All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're diving into something that impacts every single person with a car: suspension geometry. We're going to break down why your alignment is way more important than just making sure your car drives in a straight line.
You know that feeling, right? You're driving down a perfectly straight road, but you've got to hold the steering wheel just a little bit crooked to keep from drifting. Or maybe your car just seems to have a mind of its own, constantly pulling you towards the next lane. Well, those aren't just little personality quirks your car has, they're symptoms. And the answer to why your car might be fighting you, well, it all comes down to its wheel alignment. But here's the secret. Alignment isn't just one thing. It's a really precise, carefully engineered balance of 3 different angles, all working together. And when that balance is perfect, your car handles like a dream. But when it's off, it can seriously cost you in tire wear. Okay, so let's start with the first, and probably the one that's easiest to picture in your head: camber. This is what I like to call the cornering angle, and it's all about how your car behaves when you're taking a turn. So, if you were to stand right in front of your car and look at the wheels head-on, camber is just how much they tilt in or out at the top. You might think perfectly straight up and down, zero camber, is the goal, but funnily enough, that's almost never the ideal setup. You've basically got 2 options here. There's positive camber, where the tops of the tires lean out away from the car, and then there's negative camber, where the tops lean inward. Now, what's really interesting is that pretty much every modern car you see on the road is designed with just a little bit of that negative camber, that inward lean. And there's a really smart reason for that. Think about it. When you go into a corner, what does your car's body do? It rolls to the outside, right? Well, by starting with that little bit of an inward lean, that negative camber, the force of the turn actually pushes the outside tire more upright, planting it flat on the pavement. This gives you the maximum amount of grip right when you need it the most. But there's a trade-off. Too much camber, and you'll just wear out the very inside or outside edge of your tires when you're driving straight. Now let's move on to angle number 2, caster. This one's fascinating. It doesn't really cause much tire wear at all, but boy, does it have a huge effect on how your steering feels and how stable your car is at high speeds. Caster is basically the forward or backward tilt of the steering axis if you're looking at the car from the side. Now, the absolute easiest way to picture this is to think about the front wheels on a shopping cart. You know how their pivot point is way out in front of the actual wheel? That's what makes them naturally want to straighten out and follow behind you. That right there is a perfect, if extreme, example of positive caster. And this is where you can really feel the difference in a car. Low positive caster makes the steering feel really light, almost effortless, but it can get a little twitchy on the highway. High positive caster, on the other hand, gives you that heavier, more connected, more precise steering feel. Think sports cars, and makes the car incredibly stable at speed. It's also the magic that makes your steering wheel want to return to center all by itself after you make a turn. So here's the bottom line, the number 1 takeaway for caster. If your car is pulling to one side, caster is almost always the prime suspect. If that angle is different from the left side to the right side by more than about half a degree, the car is going to pull toward the side with less positive caster. Simple as that. And that brings us to our third and final angle, toe. Look, if you remember only one thing from this whole explainer, make it this one. Because this angle, right here, is the number 1 undisputed champion of destroying tires. Imagine you're a drone, hovering right over your car, looking straight down at the front wheels. Toe is simply whether the front of those tires are pointed slightly toward each other, that's called toe in, or pointed slightly away from each other, which we call toe out. And I am not exaggerating here. This is, without a doubt, the alignment angle that will destroy your tires the fastest. If your toe setting is off, your tires are basically being dragged sideways down the road, scrubbing off rubber with every single rotation. Even a tiny, tiny error can completely ruin a set of tires in just a few thousand miles. So most regular cars, the ones you and I drive every day, are set with a tiny amount of toe in. This actually helps with straight line stability because the natural forces of driving tend to want to push the wheels apart. Now, some high-performance or race cars might use a little toe out to get a really sharp, quick turn in response, but that always comes at the cost of stability and, you guessed it, tire life. And a lot of the time, you can actually feel if your toe is off. Next time you're near your car, just run your hand flat across the tread. If the little tread blocks feel smooth in one direction but sharp and almost jagged in the other, that's a classic wear pattern called feathering, and it's a dead giveaway that your toe alignment is out of whack. Okay, so we've covered the big 3, camber, caster, and toe. So how does this all come together when you actually take your car into a shop to get an alignment? Let's take a look. Now, here's a little pro tip for you. Seeing all the numbers in the green zone on the alignment machine's printout, that's not the whole story. A really good alignment makes sure the angles aren't just within the manufacturer's spec, but that they're also balanced from left to right. That's what gives you predictable handling and perfectly even tire wear. And this is a super simplified version of what you'll see on that printout. The technician measures the before angles, and you can see it right there. Look at that massive positive toe of 0.45 inches. That was just killing the tires. And then they make the adjustments to get everything to the ideal after setting, which is nice and centered in the proper range. So the big question is, when do you need one? Well, it's pretty simple, really. Anytime you replace suspension parts like tie rods or struts. Definitely after you hit a big pothole or smack a curb. If your steering wheel isn't straight when the car is. If you see any weird, uneven tire wear. And absolutely, 100% if you ever lower or lift your car. All right, let's pull it all together. Just remember these three things. Camber is for cornering, caster is for stability, and toe is for tire wear. Think of it like a recipe. Every car has a different recipe designed for its purpose. A race car's recipe might call for aggressive camber, high caster, and a little toe out for lightning fast turns. Your daily driver? Its recipe is balanced for a smooth, stable ride and making your tires last as long as possible. So the next time you get an alignment, don't just be happy with seeing green on the report. Ask the technician about the cross camber and cross caster. Understanding these three angles empowers you to know the difference between a car that's just barely in spec and one that's truly optimized and dialed in perfectly.